Bruce, what do you think? Any surprises here?
There weren't a lot of surprises. I think there was a lot of urgency in his speech. He kept mentioning that Congress should pass this right away. I think he was pushed to give this speech by all the bad news that has accumulated over the last few weeks. The high unemployment in the most recent jobs report, no growth, the very low growth in the recent GDP reports. So I think that he felt a lot of urgency in producing something, and you heard him repeatedly say it should be passed, Congress should pass this right away. In terms of the magnitude of what, excuse me?
Go ahead, Bruce.
In terms of the magnitude of what he proposed, I think it was what was expected, but maybe a little bit bigger than what many had anticipated. The cut in payroll taxes that he's proposing is bigger than the cut that was passed last year. And
Bruce, let's go through some of those specifics. You mentioned the payrolls tax. Obama wants to see payroll taxes cut in half next year, and if you have, say, 50 employees making an average salary, he says businesses will get an $80,000 tax cut, and all businesses will be able to continue writing off the investments that they make in 2012. Do you think some of these proposals in the American Jobs Act will be effective in creating jobs in America?
Yes. The ones that you mentioned, but in addition, the targeted tax credits that he proposed for hiring new workers, they've had some success in the past. I don't think they've been tried on the scale that he's proposed tonight, but they have been successful in leading to new hiring in the past. In terms of the tax cut, the payroll tax cut, I think he felt he needed to do something because expectations about the economy have gotten worse, and there is growing pessimism, thought that we may have a double-dip recession, and I think he needed to change people's expectations about what is going to happen with the economy. And
in fact, payroll taxes will be eliminated entirely for new workers as well. Bruce, let me ask you this. Were there any disappointments in what Obama had to say tonight to you?
Disappointments. Well, there wasn't anything that we weren't anticipating. Maybe it was a little bit bigger than we were expecting, but I will say that there is nothing that is especially new here. These are things that have been tried in the past for the most part, and I think Obama wanted to emphasize that because he wanted to propose things that Democrats and Republicans had supported in the past.
$447 billion. Initially, we were hearing reports of $300 billion, but Obama seems pretty confident. He says everything in this bill will be paid for, but again, he wants higher taxes for those, the richest Americans, and this is something obviously Republicans have been against. Do you think he will actually be able to get the American Jobs Act through?
I would expect that he would get some of the provisions through. The payroll tax cut seems like a likely part of the bill to get through. Maybe the tax cuts for hiring new workers. I think some of the provisions are going to be a harder sell to the Republicans, particularly the extension of unemployment benefits, which they've resisted in the past. But it may be that the worsening economy may have changed some minds, and he may have success with that as well.